Power 106.3 today and back in the day. The year was 1997 on that one. Now, if I recall, around the years 1997, this cat right here had a #1 hit in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, Bizzy Bone in the Power 106 studios, man.
Yo, what's good, what's good? Yeah, we was creeping on a come up around then. I think we was coming out with Eternal ran for about 3 years. Still getting over the death of young Eazy-E and the new regime change that came in up on the Ruthless Records. Blah, 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 you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely, it was a very good year for hip-hop, you know. Pac passed away, Big passed away, E passed away. You know, The Rock was starting to come up, you know, Jigga Man came out like in 98, you know what I'm saying, and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean, I put out my record in 98, my solo record, you know, Flesh put out his first 2 solo records first, so I came out the box second, hit #3 on the Billboard, hit platinum, you know, real nice, successful thing. I sued everybody, you know what I'm saying, to get my solo rights, man. Yeah, you know, you gotta be able to stand on your own as a man. We was already $500 million in.
Right.
So, you know what I mean, so... Yeah, man, 97 was a good year, man. It was a year before I went and got my solo rights and just went and did my thing. And, you know, a lot of people thought it was turmoil in the Bone Thug crew, but I didn't really want to blame them for what the business people was doing, or, you know, if they doing shows, I didn't really want to knock they hustle and be like, yeah, I ain't going to be there, yeah, I ain't going to be there. And then, you know, knock some of the fans that wanted to come out there and see Bone all together. And I always thought the fellas could hold it down themselves, so... You know, that's basically how I get down. You know, just a cool dude.
Right, absolutely. Now, not a lot of people, if any, maybe not even a handful of artists can say, collaborated with 3 of the biggest names in hip-hop, all deceased. I mean, Tupac, of course, I'm a hardcore Eazy-E fan, so even before Bone Thugs and Harmony came up, I was, you know, listening to the Eazy-E, you know, got grounded on the Bone Thugs and Harmony. You got the Notorious Thugs. Now, nobody nowadays can say that they've collaborated with the 3 biggest names in hip-hop, man. Now, how is that, you know, saying that you're one of the few who've done that?
Well, you know, it's a really cool thing because we collaborated with them while they was there. So it was a true collaboration. You know, we kind of like one of the only groups that could really collab, not picking sides, you know, not picking sides. You want to close that door for me, brother? Not picking sides, like not going, you know, one way or the other. We could do something with Pac, we could do something with Big, while they was at war, while the East Coast, West Coast beef was going on, and not really have to be subjugated to be, well, they on this side or they on that side. So that was really cool. You know, of course, with Eazy-E, and, you know, I knew Big Pun. He was a real close friend of mine. You know, I let him hear my record before anybody heard it. He loved it. All his Triple Sec brothers loved it. You know, Fat Joe is my homie. You know, Method Man, that's my dude. Quick, Cat Williams, Snoop.
All of them, man.
Dre, I heard Eminem before he came out. You know, I told Dre the dude is really cool. He got some skills and all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do it, man. It's just a beautiful thing,
Now, one of the hardest videos of hip-hop, and I'm not trying to stroke your ego, probably one of my favorite Bone Thugs and Harmony joints is For the Love of Money. I mean, I remember the box back in the day. Guys, remember the box?
Yeah.
I remember I probably called a few times, like, okay, you know, trying to punch in the video for the Love of Money, man. I mean, you're a big status in hip-hop now. Being that you're in the 505 tonight, what can they expect from your show?
Oh, well, you know, they can expect a very good time. You know, a nice, energetic show. You know what I mean? We give about an hour-and-a-half set. You know, we get up there. We try to give them as much energy as we can. Give them what they want to hear. Let them hear some of the lost ones. You know, they're going to hear Easy. They're going to hear Big. They're going to hear Pac. They're going to hear Twister. They're going to hear DMX. You know, they gonna hear that, you know what I mean? For the Love of Money was a major song for us, you know what I mean? Because Easy, actually, who was singing that was Jewel, who was with Death Row before she was with them. She had actually sang that for Lil E, so, you know, because E used to have the whole family, you know. E was in touch with Snoop and the rest of them before they really branched off and things of that nature, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, man, it was just a beautiful song, man. It took us to the next level, you know. That entire record was when Easy was still alive. And he the one that basically gave Bone Thugs and Harmony their formula.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why when you hear Bone Thugs and Harmony record, it's the same formula as it was in 94, 95. We ain't never really changed. You know what I mean? It's Eazy-E's formula. You know, people, you know, think that we did the whole thing, but he really played a lot of direction in there, from the Ouija song.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? This is pre-Juggalo era. You know what I mean? So it brought that into play, and then ICP came and they did their thing, and they built off of that. You know what I mean? So it's just a beautiful thing to see all these young brothers doing their thing and shine, and it's a wonderful thing being in the industry as much time as I've been in, just to be able to sit back and just watch them shine. You know what I mean? It's just beautiful, you know?
One thing that's good to know, too, is I can guarantee that you're not going to do a hip-hop song with a dancing beat. I'm not trying to make stabs, you know what I mean? But a lot of people, I understand you got to reinvent yourself, man. But I can't hear Bizzy Bone or, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony at that doing a hip-hop record where it seems like the product has just gotten so dancey lately.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
you know, it just depends on what they do with it. You know, sometimes when you do a song, people get to conform to what you do. When they ask for a Bizzy Bone guest appearance, they formulate what they're going to do around it. Just like when I'm doing it, when Drake is doing an appearance with me and Crave for our new upcoming thing that we doing, you know, we going to let him take charge and, you know, go with his. You know, he do the singing and the rapping thing. So it just depends on how good an artist is, and, you know, hopefully they're not real gimmicky or none of that. You know what I mean? So if they not like that and they know original raw hip-hop, then they going to be good. But, brother, the show tonight, One Up, nightclub, what?
All right, so bundles, tickets are available. We're going to jump on the mic, Doc.
Yeah,
I know, okay, so I don't want to mess this up. I know tickets are still available.
Tickets
it's a
still
21 and
available.
over show tonight, right? Get a little closer to the mic, Doc.
Tickets available at Raw Music.
Raw Music?
On 7th and Central, and
Okay.
at One Up.
And One Up as well, so they're going to be available at the door.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and yeah, I believe he's going to be doing an autograph signing too, right?
Autograph signing, 4 o'clock, Raw Music. Everybody come check it out. Bizzy's going to be in the building.
He's here.
You know?
He's here. Yeah,
He's here.
I'm looking at him right now. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? He's in the Power Studio, man. So once again, a big pleasure, man. Now, as far as, you know, your Facebook, Twitter, man, you want to plug that really quick so people can know what's going on with
Let
Bizzy?
me go ahead and tell them right now. I'm not on Facebook at all. I'm not on Twitter at all. Bizzy don't do that.
Keeping it OG, keeping it OG.
I mean, I have so many Facebook pages and so many Twitter pages. It is totally amazing to me because I'm not one of them. And it's cool because, you know, it's like, you know, on one aspect you could say, you know, people keeping your name out there, and you want to keep positivity about whatever you're doing, but that ain't me. You know what I mean? You want to catch me, you can catch me, you know what I mean, in one of these shows or something, because I travel all around New Mexico, you know what I mean, all around the West Coast, East Coast, down south, Midwest, Mountain Time, you know what I mean, definitely. But I gotta give a shout out to Fat Fish Records. I got to, you know what I mean, the Bundles, the Billionaire, Albuquerque Custom Tent, of course. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give shout out to Channels 27, Truth, 505 Live, you know what I mean? So before we get up out of here, but I really hope everybody come out and enjoy themselves and make it home safely. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna have a good time tonight. My show ain't like everybody else's show. I'm going to give you something to think about, and you're going to hear what I'm thinking. You ain't just going to hear my words. You're going to hear what I'm thinking. It's going to be a real show that's going to touch your inner cortex, and that's the difference in me and everybody else.
That's it right there, man. Once again, a pleasure. Bizzy Bone in the Power 106.3 studios. Now, as you guys are driving in your car, we're going to do a Back in the Day double play of course, showing our respect to Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's coming up here at 3:30 right here on Power 106.3 today and Back in the Day.
106.
Is that live?
That was hell yeah, boy.
I'm glad I ain't cussed.
You killed it.
I was trying my best not to cuss. I see my lip moving like shit. My friend is you? Yeah. Very cool. 40 beats at that 47. Wonderful. Fucking wonderful. We'll check it out. Hectic, check him out. We're probably going to be one of the hottest new producers, but I'm going to listen to him first.
Yeah, what's up? Troop 505, AB2, kicking back here with the legendary Bizzy Bone, man. How you enjoying your stay? I'm coming out to the sunny sunshine of the state today.
All day, man. It's beautiful, man. It's always beautiful out here in New Mexico. You know, people never ever complain. The weather's always good. The people always good. I came down here with Andre, Nicotina, and a few other people back in about a year and a half, 2 years ago. It's nothing but love out here. Great crowd of people, great vibe. You know what I mean? It's even better now. You know, it's going to get even greater. So, just got embraced, man, by the radio station. It's good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Now I'm with Troop 505. Truth, right?
Kick you back, yeah, Troop 505, man. Just kick you back here with Bizzy Bone, man. You've been doing your thing out here, you know, touring Colorado. I heard you're at, man. What's the movement right now, man? I know you, touring, doing your thing right now.
Well, you know, I was actually, did a tour with Little Lay and Flesh supporting their new record out there. We just had a show for Cleveland's birthday with Drake. You know, we just did that. You know, we thank you Drake for what you did for us. It's a lovely thing. Doing a new record with Crazy. You know, we're gonna be doing something together. DJ Quick producing it. Got a book coming out. Just working, man. Clothing lines, and you know, we got some special stuff coming out. With our websites and so on and so forth, some stuff that people have got to pay for. You know, just to entertain the hip hop community. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing.
That's what's up, man. And how was it, you know, Les coming out of jail, man? Y'all, you know, got back in the back right away. I see that, but I bet you that was a real special experience, you know, coming back with your brother after you
I mean, man, when that brother got out, man, it was so amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's good now, he's been out for 3 or 4 years, so we're getting back into the swing of things. And, you know what I mean? He sound better than ever. He came out with books and music, and you know what I mean? He was the first one to lead the way on the solo path for the crew, so I stay in touch with him every day, every other day, just to make sure he's all right. I don't want to see the young brother get himself in trouble anymore. He went back to jail a couple of times, you know, for some traffic stuff, a couple of old warrants, but good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good he's out of jail, you know.
Goddamn right.
We're happy, you know, that you guys are doing your thing. Now, there's been a lot of controversy, you know, a lot of things talking, you know, in the Bone Thugs community. You want to touch on any of that stuff? Or?
Man, tell me which things. It's been like 27 things.
Just the whole thing that, you know, the stuff we've seen on the internet, you know, that Bone Thugs, they broke up. We know y'all just had a unified album, which is a dope album, man, and, you know.
I mean, well, the difference in me and the difference in everybody else is I kind of set myself apart like 12 years ago. You know what I mean? So I could go out and do my own thing right before Flesh went to prison. Just on some record company things, you know. But the Bone Crew, you know, I just think that, you know, they do what they do. They grown-ass men. You know, at the end of the day, we're going to always be the dudes that grew up together as friends, you know what I mean? So we all live like 5-10 minutes away from each other in LA anyway. So, you know, I just think that, you know, the people, they know us for music. But we know each other for different other things, like personal shit. You know what I'm saying? Splitting bags of chips and shit. Splitting sandwiches and shit. Shit like that. Watching niggas die right in front of us and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga die of AIDS and shit. You know what I'm saying? Our homeboy. And we back out in the cold. You know what I'm saying? With nothing. We gotta hit the streets again. Shit that motherfuckers ain't really, they don't really know about it. You know what I mean? They don't know after Easy died. It took 2 years for us to receive a nickel. So we had to hit the streets and straight struggle. But we had good motherfuckers around us, of course, you know what I'm saying? Saying, oh, y'all gonna be all right, y'all gonna be all right, blah, 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 blah. But, so yeah, man, you know, there's a lot of shit that motherfuckers don't know, you know what I mean? You know, we from the bottom, so it ain't no problem in going back to that motherfucker and crawling back, and that go for everybody. Everybody of the same kind of creed and caliber, you know?
I feel you on that, so I feel sometimes me and my cousins, you know, we don't keep in contact sometimes, but you know, it's still all love, you know, but I know they're right there, you know, one phone call away.
I mean, business is business, man. It's kind of different, you know, because the way we grew up on pop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it real no matter what the fuck you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody doesn't go towards that ideology, and then when you gotta sometimes tend to Hollywood or to the internet, or to the people, or to the fans, you might say something to cater to them instead of just keeping it all the way 1 zillion. We all make those kind of mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Because another person's vibe will shine on you. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, they go to a higher place and you're still right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to decipher that, but you know, it can be understood, you know what I mean, for some of the absent-minded and some of the ones that's just getting it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real talk right there. And I'm going to go and flip the subject right here, man. And how was it working on your first album, Heaven's Movie, man? That was a dope album, you know, definitely picked that one up. And that
man, my only mistake with that was I ain't work with Jay-Z and shit.
Yeah?
Because the dude had offered to work with me, you know what I'm saying? And that's before I remembered how we battled in Atlantic City. I wanted to work with his partners, Christian Brothers. That's my only mistake with that record, you know what I mean? And it was my first time putting together a full record, you know, just on the business aspect, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I had a really good time. I put some real cool shit on there. I was able to kind of represent myself and let motherfuckers know who I was. And I think that's where the Bizzy fan base, I could do something by myself, you know, in case my niggas died or I ain't gotta go out there and say, yeah, Bone Thugs and Harmony coming to the show. I always been on some Bizzy Bone type things. You know what I mean? Representing, I get a diverse crowd. You know what I mean? Spiritual people, motherfuckers who know I'm gonna put it out there. You know, I'm a man to fuck up. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Think what you want, think. Nigga, it's me, what? You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is, man. It was a great experience, man. Heaven's Movie and The Gift and Alpha and Omega, man, those records were very important in my life. Real important records, you know, because they were taken very, very seriously. And the rest of everything else I did, it was more of like a mixtape type of a thing, you know what I'm saying? I got paid for my shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't just throw that shit out there because I'm a businessman, but it was more of a mixtape thing. Just keep throwing shit out there, you know what I'm saying? Keep that shit going, keep that music pumping. Shit, I still got 3,000-4,000 songs locked up in storage, you know what I'm saying? Just being in the studio every day, because when I wasn't with Bone, I was in the studio every day, spending thousands and thousands of dollars just doing my skills, man, putting my crew together. I did the record company thing with Heaven's Movie, you know what I mean? We did good, man, we went platinum. What else can you ask me? We made the company $10 million goddamn dollars, you know what I'm saying? So we did good, we did motherfucking good. So, you know, a lot of my motherfuckers is dead, you know, from that crew. You know, Lil Bro gone, you know what I mean? Like 5 of them gone. We're the only ones left is my homeboy Loco and myself, you know what I'm saying? Last of the motherfucking 7, you know what I mean? And a lot of people still scream that shit to show love and things of that nature. So it's all good, man. It was a great experience, man. Great record too, man. They've been living for damn near 20 years, man. I put that shit out in 98, man. And that shit's still rocking. Motherfuckers still love that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's real talk, man. That's real talk. Now, speaking about spirituality, how do you feel about some of, you know, you have half the rap fans, you know, who just want to, you know, do this type of music. They feel this type of vibe. The other half, how do you cater to on both sides? Because I notice, you know, you bring that spiritual energy and you hit them at the concerts, man. Is it difficult or is it something that, you know, Bizzy Bone just does?
I'm good with the house, man. Ain't a name that you could tell me that I ain't good with, because I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Even those that are nameless, I'm right there with you. You know what I'm saying? We're men in the building, you know what I mean? So that's just, man, I'm just good with the house, man. I ain't bad with nobody, not nothing. I'm good with everything. So whatever anybody come with, I kind of understand where they coming from, even when they don't. So I'm able to tell them, you know, on the side, if they say, hey, that ain't me, hey, they just trying to give you love, they don't know nothing else. That's who they know. In the same way you would give something for somebody else, it's the same way they just trying to give back to you. Because they might not have nobody to turn to, and then this is why, and this is why, and this is why, and look at where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? God don't love me, but it don't mean I don't love him. So that somebody might not understand that, understanding and turn to you. Then you become something that they can believe in. You know what I mean? And it really don't matter what your name is, because you're good with the house when you're fucking with me.
That's real talk, man, and you're definitely down to earth, you know, person. You know, you have a lot of fans. You're a leader, you know, to a lot of these, a lot of the youth out there, man, and we support you, Bizzy Bone. You know, you're doing a lot of, you know, music, and you throw the spirituality out there, and I think at the end of the day, you know, they do get the message, you know?
Yeah, man, definitely, man. I just try to make sure, excuse me, brother. I try to make sure that it's not like a message per se. It just be something that I believe in, and let the people just, you know, the people that enjoy it, take it where they take it. I have people walk up to me, you know what I'm saying? I done been through this, I done been through that. I'm like, yeah, much love to you. I'm just glad people get it, because eventually they gonna look in the mirror and be like, shit, I love you. You know what I'm saying? In that mirror, though. You know what I'm saying? As long as they got that, your reflection is more important than anything else, because it's what's gonna speak for you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And that's just very important to me. That's how I was raised. You know, no matter what happened for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you guys been through a, you know, one heck of a ride. You know, starting off, you know, picking up that bus pass heading to LA, man, and the legacy continues, man. Kicking back here at Bizzy Bone, the one and only living legend. You know, Bone Thugs and Harmony. But you know, this guy's he does his thing, you know. Regardless, we appreciate the time right now, and man, when are the fans gonna get all this unreleased material that, you know, the legacy? Are they gonna be able to get it on the internet one of these days, or just one of those things that just gonna come out?
My homeboy Loco keep telling me, man, get them reels out here, but the music is made on this reel that isn't processed anymore, because it was like something they was putting in before the internet and the computers took over. They were still doing the reel to reel. You might not know that, because everybody working off God damn it, what the hell is it called? Basically where everything is on the computer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to hire a studio to rent out a machine to get all of that stuff transferred and so on and so forth. So that's kind of the way that it is. You know what I mean? I've been in the studio for a long time. You know, and hopefully we can get it to them as soon as we possibly can. You know, but it's just something that's there. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know, if people get to hear it. If not, I live it, I walk it, I breathe it. You know.
How did some of those last songs come about? Like the ones that hit like the internet like 4 or 5 months ago. Like they were from like Heaven's movie, and that they were just all of a sudden it's out. That's something.
Well, Johnny J, you know,
Yeah,
Johnny J, the old producer, had passed away, and I did a lot of songs with him. Like I have a whole record just with him. You know what I'm saying? And then some things people put out and they put a name on it, or maybe they felt as though it should have been on the record or whatever. But we can get with that too. That ain't really no problem for us to kind of put our minds around that. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So I'm getting as much music out there as I possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, you're a living legend. You know, you throw out all the music. You know, we love all the Bone Brothers. You know, Lazy Bone, big ups Lazy Bone. You know, the whole Bone fam. Big ups to everybody that's here right now. You know, Fat Fish Martin. Big ups to Bizzy Bone, Raw Music, Darius. We know you got that beat with Darius right now going on, man.
Yeah, and one more thing. Big
Yeah.
ups to Troops 505. I appreciate the interview, young brother. You keep on rocking and you keep on rolling. Don't stop doing what you're doing. I gotta send out love to Q Loco with the fofo, the Battle Wolves from here to Acapulco. Y'all be good. Take care.